Thanks for listening to the Dr. Drew Podcast on Podcast One.
Explore a Verizon retail career in the San Francisco Bay Area and get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. Join the team that makes in-store experiences special by connecting customers with the perfect product every time. We offer standout benefits, including competitive pay, day one health and insurance benefits, $8,000 a year in college tuition assistance, plus bonus opportunities. Apply at Verizon.com/retail-jobs. Again, that's Verizon.com/retail-jobs. Verizon, it's better here. Verizon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, this is Jim Litke, host of AP Sports Weekly, where we harness the shoe leather, insight, and experience of some of the smartest reporters in the business to bring you the news. I've been an AP Sports columnist since 1989 and covered every major championship around the globe multiple times and crossed paths with some of the greatest athletes of our time. And now I'm excited to bring you a weekly recap of the most interesting happenings in sports. So make sure to download new episodes of AP Sports Weekly every Tuesday on PodcastOneSports.com, the new Podcast One app, and Apple Podcasts.
Okay, are you guys ready to meet my friend Dr. Drew? Ladies and gentlemen, Rose City's own board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Drew Pinsky. It's a good color.
You said stage left, Gary. I get this right? Got it. Thank you for that delicate narrative. Just so touching. Way to warm people up.
You're a doctor. You've seen a pussy like that. Right?
After just saying that men don't care about that, I think I almost wanted to get a vaginoplasty after your conversation, so relax. All right, so welcome, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Those of you who are here because of KBC, we appreciate it very, very much. And we are going to, one of the things we're going to do tonight, amongst other things, is sort of give a little bit of a recreation of Loveline. Emily Morris is here, Sex with Emily. That's right. That's what I'm
Looking good,
about.
by the way, always.
Looking great. She'll be here in just a second. I'm going to ask her out here to, and we'd love to be able to kind of interact, ask questions, do it the old-fashioned Loveline-esque way. You all right?
Me?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Living a dream.
Okay, good. And you know, we were sort of, Emily and I had dinner together. We were talking about all the things that are bothering us, and there's a lot on our mind. What kind of things are on your guys' mind right now? I mean, is it sexual harassment bugging you? Let's stay a little bit away from politics if we can.
But it's crazy how that's bled into politics.
I understand that. I get it. But
politics has become almost a social media. You know, like it's not a social media. It's become almost a social medium in that we all, because we all have a Twitter account, we all kind of have 24-hour news cycles. It's become a part of our lives in the same way that the actual politicians has become a part of theirs.
Oh, yes. It also just occurred to me that, do you know Mike literally grew up in San Marino, right?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And literally would do meth at McMurphy's. And what was the one at the end of the place? The road?
Jake's?
Is that what? No, the end of the road.
The 35er?
Oh, is there any bars you missed? Is there any...
No. Are you fucking kidding me? So, I could give you a horrifying story at each and every old school and new school bar in Pasadena. Like some just, really? You did that?
And Mike now is how many years sober?
15
years sober. That's a pretty big deal. That is no minor deal, especially given you went in pretty hard.
Yeah, but people are always like, "Yeah, you went so hard and you got sober so young." I think about that all the time. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
I had no other choice. Mm-hmm. I was an utter pile of shit with no money, no job, no prospect of any semblance of a happy or fulfilling life. If I was 50 with a couple dollars in the bank,
it might have dragged
on.
Who
knew how long I would have rode that?
Yeah.
That little.
You would have been one of the guys you
Mustang.
used to get drugs from.
No, I listen. Here's the thing: blow if you have some money, and weed. Oftentimes before it became legal everywhere, you can surround yourself with some not so unsavory people. When you're dealing with meth, it's you go. There wasn't people like me.
Yeah.
It was like neo-Nazis and fucking
if you would mind
Uber jack dudes.
I don't know if you've told this story on this stage before.
Vampire tattoos.
But the guy with the cat. Let's tell a story real quick.
Yeah.
Tell a story real quick.
So
This is like an episode of Breaking Bad, what he's about to tell you. I kid you not.
You know, it's not.
I imagine those Mexican guys dragging themselves without their legs through the desert.
I would have killed to see those guys because what I was exposed to was way worse.
Yeah, there we go.
My friend and I were going to hook up, but with the guy we were going to get meth from, he wasn't available, so he was going to give us the number to the guy he got it from. Turns out he's way out in Apple Valley. We didn't give a shit, so we drive to Apple Valley. And we get there, and it is like out of Breaking Bad. It's like this shack in the middle of the high desert, and there's just like tumbleweeds and shit. And there's one giant jacked dude in a wife beater, and we're like, this has to be the place. And I mean, fucking Diesel, and he's just like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm Mike, and this is my friend. And we're here to see Vamp, you know, and we just know his name's Vamp. We don't. It's like that's like a gang nickname or some shit. Yeah. So the guy goes inside, and out comes this 11-foot tall, skinny as a rail, super white vampire-looking dude. Hence the name Vamp.
Vampire.
Yes. Thanks,
short
Drew.
for vampire.
Thanks, Drew.
Just in case
medical school paying off.
Well done.
So we go into this guy's shithole, and we sit down at a table. So, you know, my friend's here, and he's way more manly than I am. I was fucking already so scared, shivering and shit. And Vamp goes in, and we were in the kitchen, and it was in complete disarray. I mean, just shit all over the place.
What? Meth addict doesn't keep a tidy household?
Well, no, it's kind of crazy because, like, I used to clean up like a madman. And same with most of my friends.
You do until it goes the other way.
Right.
Yeah, and then you start taking apart the televisions. And
frankly, I don't know if this guy even smoked meth. He was just making it and selling it. So his physique led me to believe that he did. Anyway, so he's sitting across the table for us. He's just like, so you guys know blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, I know. He gave us your number. And we're talking and chit-chatting. He's like, how much do you want? And we're getting going. So I'm starting to relax a little bit. And over in the corner over here is a cat, and it is eating out of one of those like personal bags of Chips Ahoy. They come, you get them at like Price Club or Costco, where it's like a bunch of little bags you would buy, you know. And one of them's half open, and the cat's fucking eating it, right? And we're sitting there, and from out under the table, he goes, boom! And shoots the fucking cat with a gun. A fucking firearm that he had underneath the table. And I don't know if you've ever heard a gunshot go off indoors, especially when you don't know it's coming. It was fucking terrifying. And all of my defenses, all of the posturing I was trying to create to make myself seem not like the biggest pussy on the planet goes right out the door. And my friend's like, hey, kick back, man, kick back. What you like? We're gonna die. Yeah. And I fucking bought meth and drove home. I get back in the car. Back in the car, and I remember this guy my friend had a 90s Volvo, but it was manual. I don't know where the fuck he got this weird car. And so he's driving, and we got back in, and I looked over, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, yeah, but that looked like really good shit. I was like, yeah, I know. And that's it. It's the end of it. That was the end of it.
Great.
If that happened to me now, it would be the end of my life. I'd have to go see therapy every day.
I said, when you're in your disease, it's like...
I was like, hey, you're right, good point. Yeah, look classy.
Yeah. So the Volvo reminds me of Adam Grohl's story about his buddy his barber, who sold his bobo for a salve.
A Jew?
No.
I sell my bobo. I have to sell my bobo for a salve.
And Adam's like, you can make both sounds, but say Volvo.
I have the
Bobo.
conversations with my grandmother. Like, how on earth can you say, like, I can't think of words that she says with a J, but like she'll how could you? Okay, she says yamba juice. I'm like, how is jamba yamba but juice is juice? How the fuck is that even?
Yeah, mija, I'm going to yamba juice.
And I said, how can it be yamba juice? It's not even fucking realistic. Be consistent.
Next, we're going to bring up our friend Emily Morris from Sex with Emily. Spent years with us on Love Line. Emily Morris, come on up here.
Look at you. Nelly Furtado looking motherfucker.
Welcome, Emily Morris. Remember Emily? Yes, this gentleman is a very big fan of yours. He's extremely excited to see you. Oh, especially you, my dear. And so, for those of you that maybe don't know, we did Love Life. You did for like 7 years, right?
Yeah, something like that.
You were there how many
4.
years? 4 years. And so,
visited once a week.
Yeah, once a week. Emily would have her. If we get her there more, we'd have her there more, and we'd answer the questions over these years. And it was the pre-harassment days, right? The naive days of the past.
Yeah, and like 3 months ago.
I know, right?
That's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
We were talking about how there's this controversy now with Time Magazine, who's going to be the person of the year. And I was like, it's not open for debate. It's Harvey Weinstein. And I'm being dead serious. In 50 years, all we're going to do is look back at 2017. It's like, Trump's crazy. Oh, yeah. Remember when Harvey Weinstein changed the whole world?
Well, like he's going to be like a sort of a moniker. It's going to be like, well, that's the Harvey Weinstein of fill in the blank. You know, every time something bad happens to somebody.
Well, yeah, he's going to become the Michael Jordan of rapey shit.
Yes.
You know, like, because everyone always says, "Oh, he's the Michael Jordan."
Yeah, right.
There's been great athletes. I don't know. He's the Michael Jordan. He's going to be the Michael Jordan of perversion.
But Emily's been obsessed with this. She said,
"I'm obsessed." Well, it's beyond Michael Jordan. I mean, it's a movement. Like, I don't think we've seen anything like this. And I don't remember. Like, it's not even a war. My problem is that it's not even about sex. I think, like, sex is being maligned. It's not really about sex. It's about power struggles between men and women. So I feel like...
Well, it is about sex in one way. In that... No.
Somebody's having an orgasm?
A lot of men couldn't have sex.
And by that, I mean the cum. But no. It's about sex in that it's mostly being perpetrated by guys who couldn't get it until they were rich and powerful.
Okay.
That's Mike's... Wait, hold on a second.
That's your one theory.
That's his one theoretical construct for
it's
the whole
all the guys in high school, they couldn't get laid, and they're like, now I can get laid.
Harvey Weinstein couldn't smell the gene until he was fucking Harvey Weinstein.
And we don't know that he ever actually got that.
Listen, my point is that there's a reason why all of these allegations are coming out of Hollywood production, and they're coming out of politics, and guys who run Fox News. You don't see any rock stars, rappers, DJs, NFL football players, all the most macho, fucking testosterone-driven places. You know why? Because those guys have been banging it out since they were 14 years old, and they have no need to just. Did I just rub my dick up against you? I'm sorry, honey. Oh, jeez, what was I thinking? You want to watch a porn with me in my office? I've got a secret fucking rape lock button underneath my desk.
I think it's going to be a little more pervasive than Mike does.
Absolutely.
It's a matter of time.
It's going to go away? Like, you think it just, no. What?
I don't think it's going to go away. My point is, though, is that all the shit we hear about, it's not this normal kind of run-of-the-mill, I find said woman attractive, I'm going to try to hit her. It's all this strange stuff that guys like Dr. Drew and I sit back and go, you beat off into a potted plant. Huh? That's really, and that's because
there's two guys. But there's as a woman, you guys can probably relate this. Don't you know the guys who are like that and the guys who aren't? Like, you've been in those situations. You're like, he would never do that. Like, I was thinking about coming up, working with both of you. You never sexed. Drew has no allegations. I'm surprised you don't. But just because of the way you talk, but you're so open about it that you couldn't.
You say that, and it's true. I mean, I obviously by the way I talk, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
No, I know. You
but
think
the reality
you would
is,
be, but it's
the reality is like I can't. I could say dirty words, and I could talk about these wild, fantastic sexual situations. I can't imagine rubbing up against touching
There's
a woman,
those guys, right.
pleasing myself in front of a woman without her. I mean, it doesn't even compute.
In fact,
I'm the horniest guy ever. I love ladies. At
well,
some
that's
point,
the
I thought about
difference. There's
having
men who
sex with
actually have
pretty much every one of
respect
you.
for women,
But,
right? And then you're like, even with all your talk, like you do.
I also think that a lot of this behavior reminds me of when I was in 7th grade. I mean, I go like, oh, this dude rubbed his dick up against a girl and pretended like and I go, this is exactly the shit I do. I'd be like, oops, I dropped something and like put my shoulder into a boobie. And I was 13. There's a big fucking difference. And then eventually you go, wow, that probably made that girl feel terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think I should do that anymore. I could see that didn't work out very well for both of us.
It's that step that I think a lot of these guys didn't make. So it's really hold on. It's the ability to be empathic and to be insightful and take the point of view of another person. And in a weird way, a lot of this is a washout of narcissism. Right?
Let's talk about the narcissism.
Yeah. So I wrote a book about narcissism about 10 years ago or so. And